everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a Best of One Crimson Vow draft. Rare Shattered Sanctum, one of the dual lands. I think we're looking at probably Circle of Confinement, get the removal spell. There's Thirst for Discovery, which is great. Card advantage, Voltaic Visionary, great, excellent card advantage, 2-drop beater. I like Gluttonous Guest. I like Blood Fountain. Binding Geist is certainly playable. Nurturing Presence is one of those cards that you should be able to wheel, and in the right deck, it's quite good. The Storm Chaser Drake, Brine Comer thing, blue-white deck. But let's take Circle of Confinement, be happy about it, get a good removal spell, move on. All right, follow-up pick. Well, Rare is still in here, Dominating Vampire. Good for aggro vampires. End up getting a body plus stealing something for an efficient cost. Panic Bystander is very good. Turns into a 3/5 body. Gains life when things die. Things you control die. It only will transform on your turn if you gain 3 life. But it's also a 2-drop 2/2, which is good. The life gain's relevant. The 3/5 body is very relevant if you're able to turn it around. And if you end up in a black-white deck, the life gain can turn on various cards like Courier Bat and Purifier, Markov Purifier, stuff like that. But otherwise, we could take like a Screaming Swarm, which is a big fat flyer, which comes back. But Bystander's good. And I'm okay staying on color for now. You know, maybe if there were like a Bleed Dry or a Braid or something in there, I could consider flipping it around, but all right, we'll take a look here. The only white card in here is Sanctify. I don't think we want that. Reckless Impulse in red. I do like this. It's good card advantage. Desperate Farmer is yet another pretty good card. We would have a pretty good start for a black-white life gain deck, I would say, if we take the Farmer here. Panic Bystander is cool because it kind of feeds itself, like for transforming. It gains life, so it turns on other cards that benefit when you gain life, and then it ultimately gets a benefit for you for gaining life, which is cool. So it works well alongside cards like Desperate Farmer, which I think we'll just take here, because then we'll just have a bunch of stuff that gains life and removes, and it feels like going on the correct path. Plus, I like Desperate Farmer. I think it's a good card. Wow. Flameless Bolt, huh? Well, we could take that. Very good removal spell. Or we could take another Desperate Farmer. I might be okay with that too. Although we only have the one black card so far. Flameless Bolt's certainly better. 1 mana removal spell that exiles. Very good in this format with the Disturb spells as well. Exile is certainly relevant. I'm okay taking it. Not necessarily a sign yet that red's open, just because it's 4th pick, but it's a good good pickup. I've had moderate success with red-white as well. And who knows, maybe, you know, based on what we open, it could even end up red-black too. You never know. But we'll take the Bolt over the second Farmer for now. In white, there was just an Unholy Officiant, which I don't really care about either. Well, Sigarda's Imprisonment is good removal. I feel comfortable taking that and just continuing to pick up good removal spells. Not so good against the exploit decks, but there seems to be at least some people that think the exploit deck's not very good. I think it's good, but some people don't like it. Either way, I'm taking Imprisonment over Ancestor. And Vilespawn Spider is a good card that's remaining in this pack. And that's that. Okay, picks now. Well, Heron Blessed Geist is very good alongside Imprisonment and Circle of Confinement. That's true. Or we could take Heron of Hope, which is cheaper and gains life. I feel like typically Heron goes a little bit sooner than Heron Blessed Geist. But so far, we are looking like a good Heron Blessed Geist deck. But I think I'll still take the Heron of Hope. It's a flyer. It gains you life. The lifelink's relevant. You gain more life when you gain life. So very good alongside stuff like Bystander. And Farmer, whatever else gains life. Ancient Lumber not in there too, huh? That's a good one. Okay. Choices, huh? Well, Storm Chaser Drake pick 7 is pretty remarkable. Especially if we end up wheeling Nurturing Presence. I mean, this card is just straight up good. Say you're playing 0 spells that can actually target it. It's still a 2-mana, 2/1 flyer. That is just very, very good. I think we're going to take this here. I know it's our 4th color now. But otherwise, Grizzly Ritual and Mind Leech Ghoul are nothing to write home about. There's a bunch of blue picks in here. It feels like blue's open, and blue-white Storm Chaser Drake kind of makes that deck, I feel like. Because now, look, there's the Nurturing Presence. And there we could see another Nurturing Presence out of the next pack. Gutter Skulker is very good too, though. Yeah, I do like Gutter Skulker. I think I'm going to go with the Presence because we're not for sure blue yet. We'll get another one here, as expected. There's Binding Geist, which is pretty good too. Let's just keep taking the Presence and leave ourselves open to the possibility that we could end up the blue-white deck if blue's open. Like, for example, now we can take the Binding Geist, which is the best of these remaining cards. Well, Sharpshooter's good too, but we'll take the Geist and come back. Could take the Wanderlight Spirit. I don't like this card, but we're playing best of one, so we don't need a sideboard, and we have 2 Nurturing Presence already, so Spirit does get better when you're doing... I mean, it certainly feels like we're in the right colors here. It could take the Cradle of Safety. I guess that makes sense. Protect Storm Chaser Drake. It's a combat trick. Temporary. Could do the Adamant Will. I don't like Steelclad Spirit very much, but I doubt we're going to need the Adamant Will, even though it is a targeted spell. All right. Choice now. Well, in white, there's Vampire Slayer. There's a Braid in red, which is good, but blue is definitely open enough where I think we're going to pursue it. So our choices are really Gutter Skulker, Chill of the Grave, Parasitic Grasp in black, huh? Probably Chill. We don't have any zombies, though, do we? No, we don't. We'll have to pay full price for Chill. I do like Chill, though. Tempo is very good, and it draws and replaces itself, too. Gutter Skulker's cool because obviously it comes back, but I feel like most of our stuff's going to evade anyway in blue-white. I mean, we're going to need some more creatures. I'm going to take the Chill for now, though. I like this card. I feel like we're likely to find some zombies along the way. I don't think we have any Exploit yet, do we? No, which is too bad because Biolumeg is the best exploiter you can get. I think we're going to wheel Nurturing Presence. We can just take the Heron Blessed Geist. We have a lot of our enchantments and auras already. So I think very likely it's going to be a 5-mana 3/3 that can come back. So I think we take the Geist and we wheel the Presence. Or we take the Egg and expect to find some exploit stuff. But let's just take Evasion. Evasive dude that comes back is pretty good. All right. So I actually like Catgeist, and I never get the opportunity to play it, but this is the right deck for it. Because we're going to end up with a lot of evasion, and then it can attack early or chump block and then come back and give us an aura and maybe some fly over top value, so we'll take it. Ooh, Whispering Wizard. Now there is a powerful pickup for us. Lantern Bearer too would be great, but we're going to take Whispering Wizard. We already have, what, 6 6 non-creature things. Feels like we have more than that for some reason, but I guess not. Either way, Whispering Wizard is a great card, and I haven't played it in a while. I like it. Rallier, Repository Scab. Repository Scab currently gets back basically nothing. Chill of the Grave. It is a zombie. A lot of green picks in here. Rallier is a fine card. Scab has more upside, I feel like, than Rallier. If we end up with some actual things to do with it. All right, I think we probably take the Lantern Bearer now, just because we need some more creatures. Lantern Bearer is cheap. It's evasive. It comes back. It has Disturb. It wears Nurturing Presence well. There's a lot of upside to it. And I think we're going to wheel some Nurturing Presence anyway, so we'll take it. So nothing here we need. Guess we'll just take Sanctify. It's just that there's zero chance of main decking it, but... So another Wanderlight Spirit would be okay, but we probably take the Ancestor because I think in general it's a better card, and giving our Flyers lifelink later is probably better anyway. Nothing really we need here. We could take the Fear of Death, I guess. If you're flying over top, then Fear of Death is playable. All right, Presence or Dawnhart Geist. I mean, we do have a lot of auras. We could gain a lot of life off of Dawnhart Geist. But I feel like going for that Presence plan. Especially if we can end up with a lot of Flyers. I think the Scab is unlikely to happen just based on what I'm already seeing. We only need 4 more creatures, so technically we're close to a deck already. Removal-wise, we're a little bit light. We have the Circle of Confinement. Fear of Death, this is probably the right place for Fear of Death because you're supposed to have a lot of Disturb stuff, even though we don't have that much. We have some. Radiant Grace, don't really want it, but guess we'll take it. Somebody's getting hooked up. Some late good green stuff. All right, so 4 more picks and we've got ourselves a deck. We could take another Flyer here, but we'd probably take the Imprisonment. Despite the fact that, like I said, we do need some more creatures. I'm probably satisfied taking Imprisonment just because it's a very good card. Some hard removal in colors that are going to have a hard time finding hard removal. So I'd like to upgrade Steelclad Spirit too if I could. I mean, Diver Scab's a good card. We don't have great sack fodder. We have Lantern Bearer, Catgeist, Steelclad Spirit. Like I said, I don't even want to play. Could take another Heron Blessed Geist instead. Obviously not overall as strong as a Diver Scab, but we have a lot of enchantments, so it's very often going to be able to come back. It does evade on its own. I think I'm going to take the Geist. I think ultimately it's going to... I mean, I guess we would have the Nurturing Presence tokens. Maybe that would have been better. Overcharge Amalgam versus Stormchaser Drake number 2. I mean, we have a lot of stuff to target the Drake. I feel like we take the Drake, even though this card is amazing and you're countering spells. And it's a rare... Man, this pack just has everything we want. We have so many things to target Drake with now, I think, don't we? Nurturing Presence, Cradle of Safety... Kindly Ancestor, Mischievous Catgeist. I think I'm going to go with the Drake. It's a 2-drop. I want to get it set up early. Overcharge Amalgam's amazing, but so is Stormchaser Drake, and I feel like the Stormchaser Drake's a little more in line with what we want to do. Dahlia is a great card. I think it's going to make a lot of our deck more expensive. So I feel like we go for the Twin Blade Geist. Could take another Lantern Bearer, but Twin Blade Geist is pretty amazing card. I mean, Disturb, making any of our Flyers have double strike could probably put a game away pretty quick too. Plus, it's good on the ground. It's good with Nurturing Presence itself. Take it. Kaya. Well, we have a lot of tokens. We could consider it, but I think we're probably taking another Twin Blade Geist. There's Traveling Minister too. We do have some life gain synergies, but I think I'm going to take another double striker with I mean, just like I said, Twin Blade Geist with Nurturing Presence is good beat. Just gives us more interaction with our stuff too. All these Twin Blade Geists, this is kind of surprising. I think I'm just going to keep taking them. I mean, you give any of our flyers double strike and we're pretty happy. What am I getting rid of at this point? Probably getting rid of the Cradle of Safety, even though it's a good card. I feel like getting all these. Wow, it's a late imprisonment. Take that. I mean, we could just upgrade Fear of Death. Although, like I said, Fear of Death gets a lot better now that we have all these Disturb dudes. Either way, we'll take the imprisonment for now and figure it out. Okay, we could take another Heron Blessed Geist. I mean, Heron Blessed Geist in here is gonna come back. It's just straight up gonna come back now. So I think we'll take it. Could take the Dawnhard Geist. We have a billion enchantments now. I mean, I think this equates to a ton of life gain for our deck now. Ceremonial Knife is actually pretty good here too. But I'm going to take the Dawnhard Geist. I mean, all of the auras we have, in addition to all of the creatures that turn into auras, we have a ton. Fear of Death versus... I'm going to take another Fear of Death here because we have enough creatures. We don't really have +1/+1 counters. All these Heron Blessed Geists. I doubt we're going to play 4, but easily could. Got a second last pick Piercing Light. Well, that's cool. I don't think we don't even have space for a lot of things in here now. But we've got the best problems you can have. This deck is pretty good. I mean, we're certainly in the right colors. We didn't get any Brine Combers, unfortunately, but we have 2 Storm Chaser Drakes. And, I mean, there's some good synergies in here, definitely. So 18 creatures. We can cut 3 creatures, but we're going to have to cut some non-creatures too. We're going to keep with the Nurturing Presence plan. I don't think we're going to play 3 Fear of Death. Although, maybe we play the Fear of Death over the Piercing Light just for synergy's sake, because, like I said, we have a lot of Disturb. So Fear of Death feeds our Disturb plan. Yeah, we could probably cut the Piercing Light. I like Piercing Light. I think it's a good card. I think we're going for pure synergies here. You could even argue the same thing with Chill of the Grave. I think in general, Chill of the Grave is much better than Fear of Death, but probably ending up cutting both anyway, because we still have to cut probably 1 to 2 more things. 1 to 2 non-creatures, I should say. And I want to keep the Nurturing Presence plan because we have a good amount of flyers. Yeah, we have a good evasion suite of evasion dudes. Maybe I'm off the Dawnhard Geist. Like, I like it in general, but we have to find some cuts. We have a strong deck. Bystander is probably just still good enough for the life gain purposes. Like, Bystander versus Dawnhard Geist. We have a lot of auras. I could cut the Wanderlight Spirit. It cuts down our evasive amount. Well, I guess my main regretful pick now is taking the Geist over the Diver Scab, because I neglected to realize that we have this that spits out 1/1s we can exploit, this that spits out 1/1s that exploit. I didn't think about it long enough. I was just thinking about the Disturb guys to sacrifice, but not a huge deal. Honestly, we're probably going to end up cutting 2 Geists. I think 2 Geists is a good count. We certainly don't need 4. And then we can cut 1 more creature. It could be the Dawnhard Geist, and then we stick to a big flyer plan. I mean, I don't like Wanderlight Spirit, but when we've got all these Twin Blade Geists that we can stick on it, Nurturing Presence, I think we want our flyer count high. The only reason I cut Heron Blessed Geist is because it's expensive. So, gosh, Dawnhard Geist, though, is actually just a ton of life gain in here. Could arguably cut the Panic Bystander. I think that's okay because synergistically it's just fine in here. Like, we can be a pure synergy deck if I cut the Panic Bystander. Panic Bystander is a great card, but if Dawnheart Geist is just gaining us a bunch of life throughout the game, keeping us alive while we fly over top and win, that's pretty good. Then we just have to cut 2 non-creature spells, which probably 2 Fear of Deaths, call it a deck, be happy. Removal Suite is still just fine. We have Circle of Confinement, Fear of Death, 3 Imprisonments, Binding Geist, sort of. Not bad. Cool deck. More white than blue, but yeah, I'm satisfied. Looks good. All right. Well, we'll run it like this, and we'll see you round 1. All right, we're in round 1. No white mana, and then our Wanderlight Spirit can't block. This hand's just dangerous enough where I don't love to take it. Like, if we don't hit white, we're in some trouble, but we are making land drops for 3 turns, and we're on the draw. Honestly, this is pretty debatable, because we're a white mana away from... And how many do we have? I think we have 8 white mana, is that right? No, we have 9. All right. I think then, because I have 9, and we're on the draw, I guess I keep. And we're making 3 land draws, but this is a little risky, but I guess it's not quite risky enough to mulligan. I mean, like I said, we rip a Plains. This hand is in real good shape, yeah. Well, let's see if we get Flame Blessed Bolt here. So we'll follow up. We get Wanderlight Spirit into Whispering Wizard with the Nurturing Presence and start spitting stuff out. I like that. Raconteur, all right. Binding Geist is good. Let's get the Wizard online now, because then our Nurturing Presence is going to be pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Ancestral Anger. Ooh, with card draw. Look at that. It's pretty good. We do kind of want to draw a land here if we could. Ooh, Circle of Confinement's good too. I guess we can find the Resistance Squad, get in for 5 and spit out a token. Not the best use of mana, but it lets us attack with our Wizard and really get a nice little race going here. And I did that instead of the Imprisonment because it's just cheaper, but now I guess Imprisonment looking better now. Well, guess we can imprison the vampire. It's not what I want to do, but we'll do it. Could have attacked the Whispering Wizard too, but it's not a great trade based on what our hand is. Wow, we're getting ancestrally angered here, huh? We need to gain some life. Uh-oh. Okay. You're at 5. No flying blockers, right? All right. Gotta hope. Wow. Talk about a close one. We'll see for the next one. All right, this is keep. I think we want to do the Catgeist first, probably. I guess I could play the Dawnheartgeist and actually block the Sporeback Wolf. That's not bad either. All right. Mischievous Catgeist puts a little more of a threat down, but it's all right. Best use of mana is the Binding Geist. Guess I'll do that. Alright, let's get the Whispering Wizard down. Alright. So if we play the Binding Geist, we can gain some life. If we play the Twin Blade Geist, we get some double strikers down. I think we'll do the Twin Blade plus a Mischievous for now. Because the Mischievous kind of threatens a little bit of scariness. So oh, look at that. Doing a lot with 3 mana. All right. So I can get in with the Catgeist. They have reach is the problem, so I guess for now we just want to chill. Although, well, let me think about it. I guess I could attack with both of these, because we're likely to gain some life here. I think they're going to block the Catgeist. I probably should have attacked first, but I wasn't 100% sure I was going to attack. I'm kind of okay doing this just because we're likely to play some auras here anyway. Oh, geez, Lumbernut. Nice one. 6, 11, 15. Well, unfortunately, I am in a position where I have to block to not die. And Binding Geist does nothing against Lumbernut. That's very, very funny. Very, very funny. I guess we just die on their turn to Catapult Captain. Let's go to the next game. I mean, I guess I can stay alive by play a Binding Geist, which does nothing. Oh, let's see. 4, 5, 6 mana. I can do this, so I go to 7. Play this and pass. I'm kind of just wasting my time because I've lost, but I felt like I conceded too fast in the last couple matches, so for some reason I'm playing it out despite having no earthly reason to be playing this out. It is certainly over. It's like, do you want to play the drafts like you're in a PTQ? Then you should probably do so, but we'll see for the next one. All right, this hand is good. Storm Chaser Drake into Binding Geist into Heron of Hope is a good turn progression. So, let's say I don't attack with the Binding Geist. I think I still do. Like, they're going to be able to equip their dude and get in there and make a blood token and all that nonsense, but I still feel like I'd rather just race. 3 extra damage here is pretty significant. All right. Didn't see their second color. They'd had enough. We'll see for the next one. Okay, we have a good keep here. Good relevant draw there. I think we'll probably start it off with the Wanderlight Spirit because we have 3 Nurturing Presence in here, which would let us go off a little bit more. Kindly Ancestor has lifelink, but I'd rather get Evasion going. Oh, 2 can play at this game, huh? Well, there's our Nurturing Presence, so let's do that first. This does not make the best use of mana, but it allows us to beat in a little more efficiently. Plus, it turns all future creatures into allowing our spirit to beat down a little more efficiently as well. Heron of Hope, huh? All right. I can put a second Nurturing Presence on there. Let's see. It'll make it a 4/5. Guess I'm all right with it. Not the best use of mana, but otherwise I can't attack. Might be okay. Because if I do it, they can still smash back with Heron of Hope too and gain life potentially. Let's do the presence. It's kind of going all in, but it's a tough choice. Because if I don't do this, I don't get an attack. Getting an attack at least makes them use removal. We'll see if they have it. If they do have removal, we've got removal in our hand, so we can start taking care of their dudes. It's not like I have other good targets for Nurturing Presence, really. All right, we got our 4th land, so can do the Ancestor and still attack. All right, so the play is circle the Wanderlight Spirit. We'll play the Twin Blade Geist. And if we ship with everything, I think they have a good block. Plus, they have a bunch of open mana, a bunch of cards in hand, so I think they're probably just gonna... They've probably got some sort of plan for this turn, so I think I'll just attack with the Wanderlight Spirit for now. Because even if I attack with the Kindly Ancestor, they still have a block with the Heron of Hope. Nobody expects the Serpentine Ambush. Hmm. All right, so found our 5th land. Let's see. Steelclad Spirit sadly does something here. So I guess we just get in with Flyers and Sigarda's Imprisonment, the Heron of Hope, and call it a turn. Second one, okay. So we missed a bunch of land drops early, which means we're probably going to hit a bunch of lands now. Just going to make things a little trickier. I mean, Fear of Death can fuel our yard with Disturb stuff. So I can Fear of Death or other Heron of Hope and protect us from some damage. I can exile their 1 Heron of Hope now, get a blood token. Doesn't really do that much. I think I'll just Fear of Death their Heron of Hope for now. So lost a card I would have preferred to draw, but what can you do? I guess we'll play the land and pass. I can't attack. I don't really see a bunch of purpose to that. So we're behind in the hand, behind on the board, not in very good shape. Okay. We're in full-fledged chill-out mode. I'll probably end up imprisoning the wizard, getting rid of that at some point. So we'll take the Lantern Bearer. I think I can afford to be on a 27 turn clock for now, rather than give them access to good graveyard stuff. So we'll do the imprisonment on the wizard. I probably should have played the land, because I could have played around Syncopate. But I wouldn't have been able to do anything against Cradle of Safety anyway, so it's probably okay. Land go. That makes sense. All right, let's try and imprison the wizard again. And we'll just exile now. So they can't get any more 1/1 flyers. Sure, that makes sense. Oh, let's see. I don't think we have a very good attack here. Okay, so Nurturing Presence is not bad here. I can do it on the Twin Blade Geist, or I can do it on the Ancestor. Both options are fine, actually. Ancestor might make more sense for life gain offset. Okay. They can double block. We'll kill something and at least get some more stuff out of our yard. Potentially. Like, their best double block is probably Steelclad Spirit and Entomber. And then we'll kill probably the Steelclad Spirit, I suppose. I guess Entomber might have more practical use. So it's tough to say. Block with all three. Well, in that case, I'll kill the Kindly Ancestor because I think it has the most practical use for them. Like, yes, they can bring it back, but we already made a token this turn, so we don't want to do Ancestor this turn. We want to do it next turn, so we hang out for now. They don't have great creatures to put Lantern Bearer on now, which is good. If I were them, I don't think I would have blocked with Kindly Ancestor, just because that's such a good, relevant Lantern Bearer target. It's kind of an easy block now. Because like I said, they don't have great targets for it, so that's fine. So what do we want to do the Ancestor on? I don't know if it really matters. Can do it on one of our flyers, I suppose, for now, just to get another 1/1. And then we'll play another Twin Blade Geist. And pass. Sure. Not sure why they waited to do that. I would have one less 1/1 if they did it on their turn or during my upkeep. I mean, it's just a 1/1, I guess, but it turned out better for me. Maybe they just wanted to wait and see if I had a bigger creature that was worth killing, some mythic or something. $16 cards left in their deck. We only have 15, so we're going to deck before they do. And I don't even think... Do we even have removal left that we can use here? I don't know if we do. Okay, Heron. It's a flyer. It's not a flyer that's going to let us get in yet. But maybe with the help of the Twin Blade Geist, potentially. I guess I could have kept the lifelinker one back. I'm getting in with the Twin Blade Geist and letting them die because slapping it on a Heron of Hope seems okay to me. I don't need to do it just yet. Sure. So, I can put the Twin Blade Geist on the Heron of Hope. Ends up not being a great trade, but a 2 for 2. I'm not sure I have any removal left. We've used all imprisonment. And I've used my Circle of Confinement. I can check. I don't know if I have removal left. I don't think I do. Fear of Death I've already used, so we're out of removal. 0 removal spells left, which means we're going to have to trade to get in there. I don't think we have unblockable either, so. And like I said, we're gonna deck before they do. So we're gonna have to come up with some sort of plan here. But I mean, we have limited plan we can do. Because anytime I use a blood token, that puts me one turn closer to death as well. I don't really want to use Catgeist as fodder at the moment. I mean, they're also gaining 4 life a turn from Traveling Minister, so I have to find a way to mill them out. I don't know exactly how I do that. I'm trying to think of any tools I have to win this. I mean, I have Heron Blessed Geist, which can attack. So I basically have to draw those. Nurturing Presence. That's all I really see, actually. I think we only have just a couple draws that get us out of here. Like, I can hold off on using the blood token, but they're just gaining life every turn, and we have less cards in our deck. I don't see how that's going to benefit us. They're gaining 4 life a turn, too. And unfortunately, a 1/3 is successfully keeping our Twin Blade Geist back, too. I mean, at least if Lantern Bearer dies, I can stick it on a Twin Blade Geist and start getting in again. I mean, this is not a winnable race at the moment. 9 cards left in our deck. No attacks, though. Interesting. Oh, they drew a card. Now we're just, 5 turns behind. Or 3 turns, 3 cards behind. Unfortunately, this is kind of what I said was going to happen probably 6 or 7 turns ago when we saw we were behind on the deck, and it likely wasn't a game that was going to go damage for winning. So it's just sort of a grind, and we're getting grinded out because of my own fear of death. We can't win the race by attacking. Yeah. That's about it. Nice. I don't think we have anything left that can allow me to get them here. So in order to just save my life, and by life I mean my Alex Stephenson time, I'm just going to just concede here and go to the next one. All right, we'll see you there. All right. Keep this. Dawnhart Geist has been kind of a weird card. I don't know how I feel about it. It's weird to me that they would rather gain life than deal damage. I don't quite understand that. Maybe if your plan is that rock solid, I could get it. I guess we'll play the Ancestor here because I don't want to let them hit me with a farmer here, so I'm willing to trade my Ancestor for a farmer if they want to do that. Otherwise, we can chill. I'm okay with them bleed drying too, I guess. All right, we'll take 3. I guess we'll do the Sigarda's Imprisonment on the farmer. Now they want to attack for some reason. Alright, Storm Chaser Drake's a great draw, so what we're going to do is Spirit plus Drake. Pass. We'll take 3. Purifier. Well, at least I can't gain life. Or draw cards, rather, yet. So we'll do Nurturing Presence on the Drake for obvious reasons. We want to draw a card. This is the first time we've actually triggered our Storm Chaser Drake this whole draft, sadly. It's alright. Play the Binding Geist. And get in for 6. Sure. So we'll do the Binding Geist on the Courier Bat. The problem is the Markov Purifier is going to be able to get in. So I suppose that means I keep the Drake back and just get in with the Spirit. All right, Lantern Bearer, not bad. Oh, there we go. That's good. So we can do both of these. And get in for 6. I don't really care if Dawnhart Geist dies too much. So need to keep enough blockers back to kill. I guess I can chump it, but you probably want to threaten damage for now. We need to draw cards of our own, so I wonder if I want to do it like this. I guess we already have a Drake, so we can double block here. So we'll do this to draw a card. Can draw another card. Might be better to play the Heron Blessgeist. I guess we'll stay back for now, actually. We need to be cautious of the lifelinkers, and they have a lot of cards in hand, so play a little more cautiously probably makes more sense. You hate to see Markov Purifier take the game over. And by you, I mean I do. Well, that's too bad. Can we play this? I was trying to figure out what I had that lets me do that. Where's my enchantment that I have? Oh, it's the Spectral Binding. I was wondering. So they can do the infantry on their Heron, then we can't block and kill it. And we're out of gas in the tank, and we're behind on the board, and we're behind on cards in hand and graveyard, and not looking too hot, as it turns out. So overall, deck has really not performed very well. This is the, I think, second time I've drafted the Nurturing Presence deck, and I've not had any success with it whatsoever. Got a couple, like, kind of free lucky wins with it, but that was about it. And I didn't really think it was that good. Thought it was pretty poor, actually. So maybe just not my cup of tea. Maybe not for me. Which is fine. Maybe it's for others, but not for me. All right. Well, overall, ended up going 2-3. Not very impressed with the archetype. Let's do some pack one, pick ones. All right, pack one, pick one. I think you just slam the resistance squad. 3-mana, 3/2 plus draw a card is insanely good. Pack one, pick one here. I would go a couple choices. Piercing Light, some cheap removal. I like the Raconteur. I like Sharpshooter and Spore Crawler. You know, you can get beat down pretty quick, which makes Piercing Light pretty good. 4-drops are easier to find, even though Raconteur is a good one. And Sharpshooter is good. It's got reach, and it gets bigger. I still probably go with the Piercing Light over Spore Crawler, too. Just cheap removal is hard to come by sometimes. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.